So there you are in the exam room, and you've got your unseen texts in front of you, and you're looking at this poem and you're reading it again and you're reading it again, and you just cannot find a technique that's going to support the answer that you want to write. So here are 3 techniques that you can, or tips or techniques that you can use to quickly find something you can write in your answers if you can't find your normal metaphor, simile, personification, etc. So the first one is imagery. When you're going to use something like imagery, don't just use imagery. It's just too generic. What you need to do is you need to add an adjective on the front of the imagery. So like bright imagery, dull imagery, and then put the quote, and then that should lead you, or that will lead you to explain the effect of that quote in regards to what you actually want to prove. The second one is using tone. So with tone, put an emotion on the front. Again, tone is just too generic. But if you put an emotion on the front, like depressed, excited, nostalgic, these will give you some indication of how the quote links back to the key idea that you want to talk about. So it's a win-win. The third one is using symbolism. So if you've got a quote, it's a really good quote, but it doesn't quite have, again, the metaphor, the simile, something really obvious, saying that it symbolizes the thing that you're trying to discuss in terms of, human experience or whatever the paper topic is that you're doing is really handy. Now, don't use it all the time because it can sound repetitive and teachers will sort of latch onto the idea that you don't really know a technique. But if you use it in case of that real emergency where you're running out of time, you just need to put a technique down, you've got a quote, and you just need to pull something from somewhere, those 3 work really well.